Hello and welcome to NeoEnglish, a daily podcast to help you learn practical English fast while we talk about current events.
Today, we will explain a news story about U.S. stocks and comments from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell.
In short, U.S. stock indexes fell from record highs after Mr. Powell spoke for the first time since the Fed cut interest rates last week.
That means prices on New York stock markets went down a little after being at their highest levels ever just before his talk.
Let us explain the main words first so the news is easy to understand.
Word 1, record highs, means the highest price or level ever reached. Example 1, your phone company sets a record high for users this month. Example 2, a sports team reaches a record high number of wins.
You can use it like this: the index hit a record high last week, meaning it was the highest point in history.
Word 2, retreat, means to move back or go down. Example 1, the tide retreats from the shore. Example 2, stock prices retreat when many people sell.
Use retreat in a sentence: the market retreated after the news, which means prices pulled back from their highs.
Word 3, Federal Reserve or Fed is the U.S. central bank that sets interest rate policy. The Fed decides if borrowing costs should be higher or lower.
Word for rate cut means the Fed lowers interest rates so borrowing is cheaper. Example 1, a rate cut can lower the cost of car loans. Example 2, a rate cut can make mortgages less expensive.
You can say the Fed announced a rate cut, so people may borrow and spend more money.
Another phrase is Chair Powell or Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Chair means the leader of the Fed, the person who speaks for it.
When the chair speaks, markets listen because his words can change expectations about future rates and the economy.
The story said stocks fell from record highs after Powell spoke for the first time since the rate cut. That means his comments made some investors worried or unsure.
Sometimes a speech is clear and reassuring and stocks rise. Other times the speech raises questions and stocks fall. Example 1, if Powell says inflation is still high, investors may worry. Example 2, if Powell says the economy is strong, investors may feel optimistic.
The article also mentions that Paramount Skydance was the top-performing stock in the S&P 500 and that its stock popped.
Stock popped is an informal way to say a stock price jumped up quickly. Example 1, a new movie announcement can make a studio stock pop. Example 2, strong earnings can make a company stock pop.
The article mentioned a former Trump antitrust official may be joining a legal team, which is another small story in the same news.
Antitrust relates to laws that stop companies from being unfairly dominant. Legal team means the group of lawyers working on a case.
Now, a simple background story for listeners: the Fed cut interest rates last week to help the economy, but when Chair Powell spoke this week, his words made some investors nervous and they sold stocks, so indexes retreated from record highs.
Another way to explain this is by using an everyday example. Think of the market as a balloon that got very big. After the Fed leader spoke, some people let out air and the balloon became smaller.
Quick language tips: use the phrase hit a record high to talk about the top level. Use retreat or pullback to say something went down. Use rate cut for lower interest rates and stock popped for a quick price jump.
2 short example sentences. You could say the Dow hit a record high last month, or the stock popped after the earnings report.
If you want to use these words in question form, try did the market retreat after the Fed speech, or why did that stock pop today?
Recap of vocabulary and phrases: record highs, retreat, rate cut, Federal Reserve or Fed, Chair Powell, stock popped, top performing, legal team, antitrust.
Recap of the story: the Fed cut rates last week. Stocks went to record highs. Powell spoke for the first time since the cut, and then stocks retreated from those highs.
How to use the words in a short story: the record highs made investors happy. But after Chair Powell spoke, some investors decided to sell, so the market retreated and a few stocks popped or dropped quickly.
If you liked this short lesson and do not want to miss NeoEnglish Daily News, please subscribe to our podcast.
Thanks for listening to NeoEnglish today. Practice the vocabulary, and we will be back tomorrow with another clear and friendly news lesson.